This is the Channel 6 Late Evening News for Saturday, May 20th, 1978.
Good evening. I'm Ken Ragsdale with Larry Burnett and Dale Hogg.
Channel 6, KOTV Tulsa.
This is Channel 6 Eyewitness News, live at 5 o'clock with Clayton Vaughn, Bob Lozier, meteorologist Jim Giles, Bill Tegan Sports, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening.
The spirit of Oklahoma on 6.
Live, this is Channel 6 Eyewitness News, Tulsa Tonight. With Clayton Vaughn, Bob Lozier, meteorologist Jim Giles, and Bill Tegan Sports.
Good evening. Residents along Bird Creek, north of Tulsa, are keeping a close eye tonight for rising floodwater.
Live, this is Channel 6 Eyewitness News with Mary Grady, meteorologist Mike Anderson, and Bob Stevens Sports.
Good evening, I'm Mary Grady.
The spirit of Oklahoma on 6.
Live, this is Channel 6 Eyewitness News.
Good afternoon. Officials in Dallas say a fire is burning right.
Live, this is KOTV, Channel 6 News at 5, with Joe Webb, Glenda Sylvie, meteorologist Tony Shelton, and Bill Tegan Sports.
Good evening and happy Independence Day from all of us at Channel 6.
Live, this is KOTV, Channel 6 News at 6, with Clayton Vaughn, Joe Lyon, meteorologist Jim Giles, and Bill Tegan Sports.
It has been a day of celebration both here in Tulsa and around the nation. Not only is it the 210th birthday of this great country, but we're also marking the centennial of the country's most revered symbol of freedom, the Statue of Liberty.
Live, this is KOTV, Channel 6 News at 10, with Clayton Vaughn, Jill Lyon, meteorologist Jim Giles, and Bill Tegan Sports.
Good evening. Good news. Oklahoma's in the clear tonight.
Live, this is KOTV, Channel 6 News at 10, with Clayton Vaughn, Jill Lyon, meteorologist Jim Giles, and Bill Tegan Sports.
Good evening.
You're watching KOTV Channel 6 News, winner of the Associated Press Broadcasters Award for Best Newscast.
This is KOTV Channel 6 News at 6, working in the spirit of a better Oklahoma.
Good evening. I'm Clayton Vaughn.
And I'm Karen Carlson.
And I would like to welcome Karen, not only to KOTV, but to Tulsa and to Oklahoma, because she comes to us from California.
This is KOTV Channel 6 News, Green Country's #1 10 o'clock newscast, working in the spirit of a better Oklahoma.
We went several years without a contract before.
This is the early morning edition.
Good morning. It's 40 degrees at 7:23. For Channel 6 News, I'm Julie Matsko.
It's 6 in the morning with Rick Wells and Julie Matsko.
KOTV 6 Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the 5 o'clock edition, with Glenda Sylvie, Robert Joffe, health reporter Wendy Burkeen, and meteorologist Mike Anderson.
A tornado warning is issued for Tulsa County after a tornado is spotted near Sand Spring.
KOTV 6 Tulsa.
This is the News on 6, the 5 o'clock edition, with Glenda Sylvie, Terry Hood, and meteorologist Jim Giles.
Searching for an Okmulgee County jail escapee for the second time.
KOTV 6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the 6 o'clock edition, with Clayton Vaughn, Karen Carlson, meteorologist Jim Giles, and Bob Stevens with sports.
High winds are driving flames from fast-moving grass fires toward communities around Bartlesville.
KOTV 6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the 6 o'clock edition, with Clayton Vaughn, Glenda Sylvie, meteorologist Jim Giles, and Bob Stevens on sports.
Tornadoes, hail, wind, and rain. Northeastern Oklahoma under siege.
KOTV 6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the 10 o'clock edition, with Clayton Vaughn, Karen Carlson, meteorologist Jim Giles, and Bob Stevens with sports.
We was doing some back burning over there and the wind come up.
KOTV 6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the 10 o'clock edition, with Clayton Vaughn, Terry Hood, meteorologist Jim Giles, and Bob Stevens on sports. This is the News on 6, the 10 o'clock edition, with Clayton Vaughn, Beth Ringel, meteorologist Jim Giles, and Dwayne Parsons Sports.
Good evening, I'm Clayton Vaughn.
And I'm Beth Ringel. Returns from the Oklahoma primary are still coming in at this hour.
KOTV 6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the 10 o'clock edition, with Clayton Vaughn, Beth Ringel, meteorologist Jim Giles, and John Walls Sports.
The second search in a month for the same jail escapee underway tonight in Okmulgee.
The Bible law should be applied, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
The family of a Tulsa man killed in a pawn shop robbery demands justice.
And Marine reservists from Broken Arrow march toward Operation Desert Shield. Good evening, I'm Clayton Vaughn.
And I'm Beth Ringel.
KOTV 6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6.
President Bush says the Iron Curtain is rusting and should be torn down. Good afternoon, I'm Dave Cassidy. Thanks for joining us.
Campaign 90, the Oklahoma vote.
Good evening, I'm Clayton Vaughn.
And I'm Beth Ringel, and welcome back to Campaign 90, the Oklahoma vote. Let's look at the governor's race and the Democratic board right now.
KOTV 6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the noon edition, with Terry Hood and meteorologist Mike Anderson.
It's not tornadoes. This time, lightning leaves its mark on green country. A Tahlequah landmark is nearly destroyed.
KOTV 6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the 5 o'clock edition, with Glenda Sylvie, Terry Hood, and meteorologist Jim Giles. KOTV 6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the 5 o'clock edition.
Tonight on the news, gunfire at a Florida abortion clinic leaves 2 people dead.
KOTV 6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the 6 o'clock edition, with Clayton Vaughn, Beth Ringel, meteorologist Jim Giles, John Wall's Sports. KOTV-6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the 6 o'clock edition.
The violence that occurred, and we condemn that kind of activity.
KOTV-6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the 10 o'clock update, with Clayton Vaughn, Beth Ringel, meteorologist Jim Giles, and John Wall's Sports.
Tulsa runners want to run rapists out of Tulsa parks.
Do these children look worried about cholesterol? Maybe they should.
And later in sports, diamonds are a fan's best friend. It's time to play ball. Good evening, everyone. I'm Beth Ringel.
And I'm Clayton Vaughn.
KOTV-6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the weekend update, with Brent Harden, Kim Graham, meteorologist Mike Anderson, and Dwayne Parsons Sports. KOTV-6, Tulsa. This is the News on 6, the weekend update, with Brent Harden, Kim Graham, meteorologist Mike Anderson, and Dwayne Parsons Sports.
Never had nothing like this before.
It's 6 in the morning with Leanne Taylor and Rick Wells. KOTV-6, the spirit of Oklahoma. This is the News on 6 Morning Update. KOTV-6, the spirit of Oklahoma. This is the News on 6 at noon. With Lisa Jones, Kim Graham, and meteorologist James Adelon. This is the News on 6, 10 o'clock update. This is the News on 6, Oklahoma's news leader at 6.
Focus.
From the News on 6, it's 6 in the morning.
The search for a drug suspect overnight leads police to a gruesome discovery. More violence in Iraq as delegates meet in Baghdad to discuss the country's future. And massive relief efforts continue in the wake of Hurricane Charlie. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 6 in the morning on this Monday.
From the News on 6, it's 6 in the morning with Leanne Taylor, Casey Norton, and meteorologist James Adelon. This is the News on 6 at noon.
Residents in Florida are dealing with a long road of cleanup ahead of them as they cope with the aftermath of Charlie.
This is the News on 6 at noon with Glenda Sylvie and meteorologist James Adelon. This is the News on 6 at 6.
A man dies during an arrest. Was it a tragic accident or murder?
This is the News on 6 at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us.
From the News on 6, it's 6 in the morning.
Good morning and welcome to 6 in the morning. I'm Casey Norton.
I'm Leanne Taylor.
This is the News on 6 at 6.
More bombshells for ORU as the university and Richard Roberts are hit with 3 more lawsuits.
This is the News on 6 at 6 with Terry Hood, Scott Thompson, meteorologist Travis Meyer, and John Holcomb Sports. This is the News on 6 at 9 on CW12.
Is the eye of TU's Golden Hurricane leaving T-Town? Scott Smith has the inside scoop. Plus, parents go to jail because their kids keep skipping school. New at 9, where is Jody? Tonight, police say they have important new clues about this woman's disappearance.
This is the News on 6 at 9 on CW 1219.
It's Thanksgiving time. She's alive, and I can't ask for anything more than that.
This is the News on 6 at 9 on CW 1219. With Omar Villafranca, Jennifer Lauren, and meteorologist Katie Green. This is the News on 6 at 10.
Sky News 6 gives you a chopper's eye view of torrential downpours and flash floods across Green Country.
The pounding rains wash out roads and lead to daring rescues.
This is the News on 6 at 5.
More bad news sends stocks tumbling again.
The struggling economy deals a tough blow to a Green Country company.
Support for this year's Tulsa Run is coming from a war zone.
And football laid the groundwork for a special bond between a father and son. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Lori Fulbright.
And I'm Craig Day.
This is the News on 6 at 9 on CW 1219.
A deadly plane crash near Tulsa International Airport tonight. A look at the obstacles investigators face.
This is the News on 6 at 10.
We have children in jeopardy every single day.
Child welfare in crisis. Now DHS plans to cut positions. A state lawmaker says the choice comes down to protecting kids or pay raises.
I had one in my hand, loaded, ready for action.
A feisty veteran's forced to defend himself in his own home, and he goes to war against an intruder.
And a holiday shopping warning as a Tulsa man is mugged at the mall.
This is Oklahoma's own 6 in the morning.
Police continue searching for a second suspect after a man shoots and kills a TU student near 21st and Yale.
Plus, a new study comparing your cell phone to lead and chloroform. A health report Oklahomans need to hear.
And what's the odometer on your car read? Well, after 123 million miles, the Space Shuttle Endeavour makes its final landing back here on Earth. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 6 in the morning. It is the first day of June. It's a Wednesday. I'm Rich Lenz.
I'm Leanne Taylor, along with Alan Crum.
This is Oklahoma's own 6 in the morning in high definition.
The Tulsa City Council makes a decision on the renaming of Brady Street. Well, the name will stay Brady, but in honor of a different Brady. Details coming up.
The one person that this will always impact.
This is Oklahoma's own News on 6 at 5. This is Oklahoma's own News on 6 at 6. This is Oklahoma's own News on 6 in high definition.
Strong storms are moving into Green Country, and Travis tells us when they will arrive.
Tulsa City Councilors vote to rename Brady Street. It's a new name, sort of, but the compromise isn't sitting well with some.
A Tulsa nonprofit evicted from its office. The struggle to keep the lights on and the service dogs fed.
They have yelled and complained, and people just won't slow down. Tonight, a new push to drop the speed limit at Catoosa.
We begin here at 10 o'clock.
On the scene, on the story, News on 6 starts now.
New at 9, how social media helps make a little girl's birthday one her entire family will always remember.
And why a proposal to cut more money from schools has some teachers pretty angry tonight.
But our top story at 9, a vigil for the 3 teenagers shot and killed when they broke into a home in Broken Arrow. A man who was home at the time shot and killed Max Cook, Jacob Redfern, and Jacob Woodruff.
News on 6's Justin Schreier is on the scene for us tonight.
Oklahoma's own News on 6 starts now.
And the State Health Department reports 60 new cases of COVID-19 today, bringing the total to more than 3,200 across Oklahoma. There are 8 counties in the state that have not reported a confirmed case of COVID-19. Ellis, Roger Mills, Harmon, Washita, and Blaine counties on the western half of the state have reported no cases. And just outside our viewing area, Hughes, Cole, and Pushmataha counties are still without a confirmed test. Thank you for joining us. I'm Chin Doan. We'll have much more on COVID-19 in just a moment.
Live from downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma's own News on 6 starts now.
Welcome into 6 in the
KOTV 6, Tulsa.